So, let's talk about one of Apple's most fascinating and maybe most controversial products in years, the brand new iPhone 17 Air. This is a phone that's built around one single radical idea, and it's really a masterclass in the art of the compromise. And it all starts right here, with this one number, 5.6 millimeters. That's it. That's how thin the iPhone 17 Air is. I mean, to give you some perspective, this is the thinnest iPhone ever made. It's even slimmer than the iconic iPhone 6. This one number, it's the whole reason this phone even exists. But, a number is just a number. What does that actually feel like? Well, I think GigSky put it best. It feels almost weightless in your hand. And at just 165 grams, it's a world away from the heavy flagship phones we've all gotten used to. It's pretty clear Apple is betting everything on that physical experience, on what it feels like just to hold this thing. So how did they do it? And what got left on the cutting room floor to make it happen? We're going to look at its wild design, the pro-level power they packed inside, its controversial single-camera system, a really big surprise when it comes to the battery, and then we'll try to answer the big question, is this all just style, or is there some real substance here? All right, first up, just what makes this the thinnest iPhone ever created? So, first things first, you've got to understand where the iPhone Air even fits in. This is a totally new flagship that's actually replacing the old Plus models. So let's be clear, this is not a budget phone. It's a whole new kind of flagship, one where the main feature is that incredibly premium, lightweight design. And just look at how dramatic this change really is. The old iPhone 16 Plus was 7.8 millimeters thick. The Air is down to 5.6. The weight drops from a pretty hefty 199 grams to a feather-light 165. And it's not just about size either. It's a real step up in materials, moving from aluminum to a much more premium titanium frame. Which, of course, brings us to performance. You've got to be wondering, right? To get a phone this impossibly thin, did Apple have to sacrifice power? And the answer is a huge, resounding no. Actually, it's a massive upgrade over the Plus model it replaces. The Air gets the A19 Pro chip. Yeah, the same one that's in the top-of-the-line Pro models. RAM gets a big boost to 12 gigs. And maybe the biggest deal of all is the display. It now has a super smooth 120Hz ProMotion screen. That means everything just glides. It's a huge step up from the old 60Hz panels. So Apple is basically screaming from the rooftops here. This is not a light version of a flagship. You're getting the Pro chip, a ton of RAM, that amazing display, and all the latest connectivity. The core experience is absolutely high-end. Okay, but you knew it was coming, right? Something had to give. And it starts with the camera. This is the first major compromise we see to get that ultra-thin design. So here it is. The iPhone Air has a fantastic 48-megapixel main camera. But the ultra-wide lens that was on the old Plus model, it's just gone. You get one great lens, not two. Now think about that for a second. This makes the Air the first flagship-level iPhone to launch with a single rear camera since the iPhone XR, way back in 2018. In today's world where phones have 3, 4, even 5 cameras, that is a really, really bold decision from Apple. Some might even say it's risky. And this brings us to what was probably the biggest question mark, the biggest worry for pretty much everyone looking at this phone: the battery. I mean, come on. The assumption was that a phone this thin must have terrible battery life. It just has to, right? Even Apple sounded a little cautious, just promising all-day endurance. But the actual test results? They have been a genuine surprise. So check this out. In Tom's Guide's really tough 5G web surfing test, the iPhone Air lasted 12 hours and 2 minutes. Now look, is it going to touch the absolute battery champion, the 17 Pro Max? No way. But compared to the standard iPhone 17, it's only 45 minutes behind. For a device that's so much thinner, that's kind of mind-blowing. And this is how they pulled it off. If you look at the raw numbers, the Air's battery is physically so much smaller, over 1,500 milliamp hours smaller than the battery in the old iPhone 16 Plus. So how is this even possible? It all comes down to the crazy efficiency of that new A19 Pro chip, just sipping power. This is pure engineering magic, plain and simple. Okay, so let's bring it all home. When you add it all up, is the iPhone Air really about style, or is there enough substance to back it up? It really boils down to a very simple trade-off: What you get is that incredible, unmatched thin design, true pro-level speed, a beautiful 120 Hz display, and that premium titanium build. And what you give up is the creative flexibility of an ultra-wide camera and the marathon go-for-days battery life of the Pro Max. Apple has engineered what might be the most elegant, most beautiful large-screen phone ever made. But they did it by making some very calculated sacrifices. So the real question for anyone thinking about buying this phone is pretty simple. Is a perfect design worth a few compromises?